Hey everybody, I'm Adam with Frazer. This morning we're going to do a walk around of this awesome unit that we built for Jacksonville Fire Department here in Texas. This is actually one of 3 sister trucks we built for them. It's one of 4 trucks we built for them in total this year. So to start with, it's a Type 1 12-foot Frazer body on a 2019 Ford F350 diesel truck. And we're just gonna start at the front. We're gonna try and do this in one shot. We're gonna just walk around and I'm gonna highlight a bunch of options that I think you may wanna know about if you wanted your unit to look similar to this. So to start, they ordered this chassis Ford Red. It's called Race Red. They ordered it with a black grille and they ordered it with a black bumper. We put standard this ranch hand grill guard on in the front, and then they asked us to put red reflective striping in a chevron pattern. In addition, you can see that we did air horns that come through the bumper, our standard Whelen grill and intersect lights with the Whelen speakers here in the front. And if we work our way around to the side, they asked us to paint the wheels black. Here, they asked us to actually black out by painting this Ford emblem black. We put black side steps on the chassis here. We tinted the chassis windows with a 35% tint, which is legal. And then the diamond plate here, which you've seen on most standard Frazer units, is typically polished aluminum. They asked us to powder coat it black, so that you'll see that here at the front, the side, and the rear. The striping and lettering scheme that they went with, they had a very clear vision of they wanted a red unit with a black and a gold leaf look scheme. So we have a full in-house graphics department, from design to installation to service and warranty. We do it all. They worked with Melissa, our awesome graphics designer, to come up with this. So in general, what it is, black reflective beltline stripe, black reflective stripe up high, with, this is actually an imitation gold leaf, so it's not real 24 karat gold leaf, but it looks very similar to that. There's imitation gold leaf on the lettering and some pin striping, so that continues throughout the unit that you can see. Again, black wheels. Typically on our lighting, we do a chrome bezel or a flange. They asked for those to be black, so you can see if you get that up close, you might be able to see that around the edge of the light. This is actually red paint. This is not a reflective material. And then this is black reflective material in a chevron pattern. All the reflective material that you see is actually a 3M product. And the imitation gold leaf, I believe, is made by Avery. So it's really high quality material. We have a 5-year warranty on our paint and our graphics. And then on the bumper, so this is different. It's Frazer's standard 3-piece bumper. So your 2 end caps and your center step, 3 individual pieces. Typically, these are like a powder coated gray color and then a normal, like a bare aluminum. So they asked us to coat that with a bed liner to continue with that black, the black scheme. And it's gonna be very durable, and it's got a good grip texture to it as well. So that's a really cool thing I think a lot of people are gonna catch on to. So if you're familiar with Frazer units, you know every one of our vehicles is generator or 120 volt powered. We have 2 options for you to choose from. We have our own and standalone generator, which we've been using for many, many years. That's what most people think of when they think of a Frazer unit. We also have MEPS power. So this is an underhood generator. What's underneath the hood looks like an alternator. So anytime the truck is running, it's producing 120 volt high voltage. That power is coming back to this APU unit or ACU unit, which is cleaning that power and conditioning it, which is then going into our electrical system. There's a little panel here that just shows you how that's performing, if there's any fault codes. So it's very, very simple. The MEPS system, there's no additional switching the operator needs to think about, turning the system on or off. There's no secondary fuel, it's just diesel fuel with the truck. And you gain an exterior storage compartment where our own would typically go. So the MEPS power system it's a really growing option. Almost 50% of our customers last year chose that as their power source. So we wanted to make sure we highlighted that on this truck. Okay, so now we're on the inside of the vehicle. Like I mentioned earlier, this is a Frazer Type 1 12-foot. So we have 67-inch headroom. To give you some reference, I'm 5'11". We also offer our 12-foot body 4 inches taller. So it's just shy of 72 inches. Now some of the options that they chose, we're gonna work here in the back corner. We're gonna kind of work our way around. So standard squad bench, there's 2 seated positions, position 1 and position 3. Each seated position has a 6-point harness that's compliant with the SAE crash requirements. In between, they put this acrylic organizer, which works really good for like IV start supplies, catheters, alcohol pads, and so on. They're front, inside, outside, or some people refer to this as the ALS cabinet. They added a second shelf. We typically put 1 shelf in here that's adjustable. They added a second adjustable shelf. And this, of course, comes with Lexan doors. You have an option of doing Lexan or netting here, but you have to put some sort of enclosure over this for the SAE crash compliance. So this has been crash tested. Now, if you look at our cabinets here, so our cabinets are all powder coated aluminum. And then we put an Austin Hardware Life Defender brand cabinet door on the front. So this is a standard feature for all Frazer new units. So the door slides like typical. When it's closed though, it locks closed, so it won't accidentally slide open in case of a collision. And then the whole frame actually flips out, flips up. Some people call this a restocking feature. Close it, it's secured. Now we also have, which a lot of people really enjoy, you can put like a zip tie type device through here and through there. And that way, you know, everything in there has been inventoried as long as those seals are still intact. This is the action wall space here. So your thermostat, your controls, 1 of 3 oxygen ports, your suction, a 12-volt outlet and a 120-volt outlet here at the action wall. A lot of folks will also put some sort of computer or tablet mount and maybe like a life pack holder or something like that here. That's crash tested, of course. Another 6-point harness here, what we call the CPR seat. There is storage underneath this. That is lockable. That is standard on Frazer units. And then in the back corner here is Frazer's HVAC, 120-volt self-contained heater air conditioner, as well as our exhaust vent back here. One more thing I'll note about our heater air conditioner, it works when you're plugged into shore power or when you're out on a call. And it also has a UV decontamination built into it, standard. That's standard on every Frazer unit. So I mentioned 3 oxygen outlets or oxygen ports. There's one here at the action wall. There's one in the ceiling over the patient. That'll prevent, you know, lines from being spread over the aisle. There's one here at the squad bench. There's 2 grab rails attached to the ceiling. And then, of course, LED lighting. So we have all LED lighting inside and out, including compartments. And then there's a track in here for a Striker system. So they are actually going to have a Striker power load installed after delivery. So we install the track and we run the power for them to make that an easy install when they get it back to their department. So overall, it's a really well-built unit. They did a good job designing this. I do want to thank City Manager Greg Smith and Fire Chief Keith Fortner for choosing Frazer to work on this project with them. City of Jacksonville and Jacksonville Fire Department have been longtime Frazer customers, and we appreciate their continued business. If you like this vehicle and you want to see more, of course, follow us on YouTube. There's videos like this that we're constantly publishing. Check us out on our website, frazerbilt.com. We've got a lot of videos, a lot of delivery pictures showing you different layouts and so on. And follow us on social media. Our social media team is doing a really good job pushing out new content all the time. So if you do those 3 things, you'll be in the know, you'll be up to speed. And of course, you can always call if you have questions about any of this. Our number is toll free. It's 888-372-9371. Thank you.